young kid called Glock 9. He hates his skin color, and he does not want his kid to have the same skin tone as he does. I think his name is Glock 9, right?
Yep.
Okay, all right. I didn't want to disrespect his name.
I think he's Kodak Black's artist, I think.
Oh, he's Kodak Black's artist?
I think so.
Well, okay, so he said pretty much what he said was he didn't want his kid to have the same skin tone as he did. So I want to get you guys' opinion on that. And then first, before I let you guys go, I understand everybody. Well, you're not black enough to speak on this, motherfucker. I'm speaking on it. So you thought you had your opinion. All right. Which one do you want to go first, Corey or Lord? Which one?
Shit, man. Shit, I'll go in.
Corey, go ahead.
Oh man, so it's just another case, man, of the conditioning, man. Just years of conditioning, the self-hate. You see self-hate all the time, you know what I'm saying? And it always rears its head in hip-hop. It's just more blunt now. You know what I'm saying? You've seen the images of self-hate. You've seen the allusions to it, but nobody's really been, flat out blunt. You know what I'm saying? Now these kids nowadays, they had to grow up with this shit. You know what I'm saying? To grow up with the, just the things that have been, just the generational conditioning. And it all starts with white supremacy. Dark skin has always been presented as ugly, you know what I'm saying, in media. While, light skin is, even though they'll get their ass killed just as well. You know what I'm saying? They throw them, but they use them, they got different ways that they use them. They were in the house, you know what I'm saying? They were able to come into the house. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They were able to come into the house, so they're able to get certain positions, before the dark skin. You know what I'm saying? They still at the back of the line as a black man, but we'll take you before, you know what I'm saying, we take his black ass. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing with the presidency. Barack Obama. I mean, we'll believe it, you know what I'm saying, completely when we see a dark skinned president. But it was safe. And it was even said, I forget that senator's name, but directly from his mouth, he said it word for word. He said Barack Obama was a safe pick because he's lighter skinned and he doesn't speak in the Negro dialect. Those were the exact words that were used. So it's always been a conditioning to take us away from, who we are, you know what I'm saying, and our roots, you know what I'm saying, trying to, you got guys trying to get lighter and, women trying to get lighter. Everybody's trying to get lighter and it's pushed. It's just self-hate, man. It's complete self-hate. He said, you just look at him. He said, man, look at me. You know what I'm saying? Would you want your child to have this skin and stuff like that? It's like, even DJ Vlad had to tell them, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of power to dark skin. You know what I'm saying? Black people were operated on, you know what I'm saying? They did so many things, you know what I'm saying? They made advances in science, using, melanin, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different properties, you know what I'm saying, that you got to learn about. But no, this is just from centuries. Just read my brain went blank. The most basic thing. Read what is it, Lauren? Rand?
I'm trying to figure out what you was talking about.
The one with the damn the horses, man, where you gotta use the technique for the horses. What am I going?
The horses.
You know what I'm talking about? Separate the family. Document to separate the family.
Yeah.
It's right off the tip of my tongue. My brain just went blank. I done talked about this shit for so long that I done went into fucking overload. I can't believe Willie fucking Lynch. Why did I forget the most basic shit? Willie Lynch. But now read the Willie Lynch letter, and even the thing about the Willie Lynch letter, I will say this: it's not even there's questions on when the Willie Lynch letter was made, but nonetheless, it was made. You know what I'm saying? Before this generation even came, it described things that would happen far down the future. So even if it wasn't even if it was false, you know what I'm saying, and it wasn't created back in, you know what I'm saying, way back when, you know what I'm saying, and Willie Lynch isn't a real person, still, you know what I'm saying, it's rumored to have, you know what I'm saying, made by a professor, and I believe around 71 or 73. You know, that's just a rumor. This is all alleged. But nonetheless, it's accurate. You know what I'm saying? The things in the Willie Lynch letter happen right before our eyes. You know what I'm saying? Most black people can attest to it. Whether they know it or not, they have, you know what I'm saying, different ways that if you question them, you know what I'm saying, you'll find out, you know what I'm saying, they've seen it more often than not. So no, it's just it's been a generational conditioning. People still you see it all the time. People think dark skin is just ugly. They think it's ugly, man.
I don't know why.
The lost people think it's ugly. You know what I'm saying? You see it in the psyche, the behavior. You know what I'm saying? They believe they're ugly, so they tend to do, you know what I'm saying, act out at times. So nah, man, he just spelled it all out for you at that moment. He told you what it was. You know what I'm saying? He told you not what it was, but what's been being pumped into his brain. That's a clear example right there. Clear example.
Lauren, what you got for us?
I honestly couldn't have said it any better. I went and watched the interview, listened to the interview, and man, I was just in shock. I mean, it just goes to show you that no matter what platform, whatever level that you're on, that you could still hate yourself. You know what I'm saying? And everything about you. It was really sad to hear. It really, really was. You know, because I mean, guy's a young man, you know, and if he feels that way, he's going to impart that on other people within his circle, you know, as well. You know, so his influence will carry over into other kids within a generation, and will continue to kind of pass that mentality and that thought process on.
Okay. Yeah, and as the lighter skinned guy, the quote unquote house nigga, even though I tell people literally I wouldn't be a house nigga. I'd be outside with y'all. But that's neither here nor there, or I'll be a bodyguard. One of the two. But no, yeah, when I heard it, I was like, yo, another person hates his skin tone just because what's been tossed in his mind. And I know I bring this back to parenting, because a lot of parents want their kids to have light-skinned babies. Like they be like, yo, we want you to still have light-skinned kids. Yeah. We don't want you to have darker skinned children. Da, 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 da. I know that's how a lot of Americans think. And know that I'm only saying Americans because that's mainly where it's from. But yeah.
No, it's everywhere. I'll speak on that. It's everywhere. That's something that mindset is passed among, you know,
generations,
different cultures too. If you go to Mexico, they treat the darker Mexicans worse than the lighter ones, you know. And then, you know, it's across different cultures. I won't necessarily say like you know, it's Puerto Rico or stuff like that, because you got, even in Mexico, you got black Mexicans, but it's like the darker you are, the worse you're gonna get treated, because you're further away. Like I said, white supremacy has implanted that in people's minds, and you know they want it as pure as they can, so they can deal with a lighter person, because you have more of a chance of getting, you know, more of that tone. You know what I'm saying? More of that tone that, you know, is more acceptable. Shit, I mean, hell, look at Logic. Look at Logic. Right. He's you know, he's biracial, but he can pass completely for white. Meghan Markle. You know what I'm saying? Meghan Markle's another example. So yeah, it's just, you know, it's what's being pushed through years. You know what I'm saying? If you don't believe me, go look it all up. You know what I'm saying? It's not conspiracy. It's in the books. It's all through the book. So many philosophers, all the great philosophers, you know, the great white philosophers philosophers have said, you know what I'm saying, the same echoed those sentiments, you know what I'm saying? So man, you see it all through rap, man. You heard when I remember Young Berg, the dude Young Berg, he was talking about I don't like dark. Hip hop pinata, you know. It ain't no slap the hell out of him. But he was talking about he don't like dark butts, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. I think Kodak Black.
Yep, he said he doesn't want his girlfriend and baby mama to be dark skinned. He wants them to be light skinned.
They don't want to be, and you know, I heard it. You know, I heard it when I was you know, coming up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hey, I'm an ugly motherfucker too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit,
right here with you.
Hey, I'm a Shaquille O'Neal looking motherfucker too. You know? But nah. But for real, you know what I'm saying? You heard, you know what I'm saying? Well, they weren't necessarily talking, you know, like that. But I heard it, you know, talking about y'all, you black, you know, you black as hell. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that black. There's a lot of cats that pitch black, you know what I'm saying? Way blacker than me. But I heard that black as hell, and I heard it for, you know, other kids, man. They talk about them talking about, you know, you black as hell, and you know, calling them oil, you know, with them, you know, those crazy jokes, you know what I'm saying? Somebody, I forgot who I was watching, but you know, they made a good point, you know, talking about you know, your mama jokes, you know, some of the your mama jokes that are made, you know, you don't ever hear your mama so light, you hear your mama so black joke. So nah, that's just, you know, look at the during the Jim Crow, those Jim Crow cartoons, you know, how they had the, you know, how they depicting Negroes, and you know how they had them, you know, looking really stupid, you know what I'm saying, real ignorant, and you know, have them pitch black with, you know, the red lips, you know, and
full lips and shit.
You know, acting like a damn fool. So you know, Amos and Andy and all that, you know, the white people putting on the black paint and everything. It's just, yeah, man. It's but I will say I believe there's more. There's being more. You're starting to see more of a rise, more people, you know, with the age of the internet and having access to information. You're seeing more of an acceptance, you know what I'm saying, you know, where people don't even, it's like, you know, now it's like, okay, you know you're ignorant, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Most people don't feel that, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't feel that, but like I said, you know, the ignorant ones, people that are, you know, influenced by the media and, you know, sitting in front, listening to the songs and different things. You talking about exotic when they're talking about exotic women, and they're showing the exotic women in the videos. The older rappers are guilty of this too, talking about exotic, but you're not seeing anything dark, you know what I'm saying, within the video. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's part of it too. And I think that's happened more within the last, I say
2030.
No, not 2030, because I say about the last 10, 15 years, because before about 2004, you'd have, you know, they were talking about, you know, exotic and talking about light skin. But at the same time, you look at them videos, the girls, you know, had real butts, you know what I'm saying, had real bodies, breasts and everything for the most part. They look more natural. You were seeing dark skin, you know what I'm saying, females in there, and it's kind of like, as soon the way that rap turned, you know what I'm saying, the rap kind of changed and kind of dumbed down, you know what I'm saying, through the mid 2000s. You saw that with the imagery too, you know what I'm saying, and the women that were presented. So yeah, it's just self-hatred.
Yeah, the only thing, what I'm gonna end off with this is, yo, man, love yourselves, bro. Like, for real, because a lot of people don't love themselves and won't respect themselves. So if y'all take anything from the house, nigga, love yourselves. All right.